So do y'all remember how last time we met together, we worked on bases and the points, right? So we circled the top and then we shaded in the base. So that's what I'm looking at here. This is the base. This is the point where all the sides meet. So the formula that we are probably going to use the most is this one right here. Do you know what the formula for finding the area of a circle is? Actually, it's pi times r squared. So that's why I'm doing the base times the height. Okay? Do you know what the formula for finding area of a rectangle is? Length times width. Then you just multiply by the height. Okay? And notice how both of these have been divided by 3 because as you just saw in the experiment, right? We are taking our length and our width or our shapes, finding the area, and then dividing it by 3 because 3 would fit in the whole shape. So for the last one, it's a little bit harder because the area of a pyramid, the area of a rectangle, a triangle is length times width divided by 2. So this part right here, that's the extra step. All right, so let's work on some of these. If you turn it to the second page, it says, find the volume of the cone. So it just said that we have pi times the radius squared times the height, all divided by 3. Now here's my question to you. Is 12 the radius? No, it's actually the diameter. So if you remember, you have to take the diameter and divide by 2 in order to get the radius. So I'm going to take the diameter, I'm going to divide by 2, and that gives me the radius. So my radius is actually 6. So for pi, what number do we usually use? 3.14 times my radius squared times my height of 9 times my height of 9. And I'm going to divide that answer by 3. Okay? So what I want you to know is that I'm making my height 9. This is technically the slant height. They're two different things, but for what we're doing right now, I'm telling you what I want you to do. Okay, so 9 is the actual height, which is why I plugged it in here. Okay, so, excuse me. When you do order of operations, inside here, you can't start multiplying. You first need to get 6 and square it. So we are going to take 3 and 1400ths. That would be times 36, and then I'm going to times that by 9. That answer is going to be divided by 3. So if you multiply all those big, long numbers, what in the world do you get? 1,017 and 3,600. And we are going to divide that by 3 to get our final answer of 3. That's a lot of 3s. Of 3, 9, and 1,200 centimeters cubed. 3 and 39 hundredths, 3 and 339 and 12 hundredths. I'm so sorry. All right. So the next one's a little bit easier. It's a square. And to find the area of a square, I do length times width. Because it is a 3-day shape, that means it has a height. Because it comes to a point, I'm going to divide that answer by 3. What do you know about area of a square? Length times width, duh. But what do you know about the sides? They're all the same. So I'm going to take 3, multiply by 3, and multiply by my height of 5, and divide that answer by 3. So when you multiply these 3 numbers, what do you get? 45 divided by 3, which in fact equals 15 inches cubed. which equals 15 inches cubed. All right. Now we are going on to another cone. So the formula that we have been using is area of circles times the height, all divided by 3. In place of pi, we will use 3.14. Is 9 the radius, or is it the diameter again? Good, it is the radius. So times 9 times 15, divide that bad boy by 3. So if you multiply all the numbers inside of the parentheses, what do you get? 423 and 9/10. And we are going to divide that bad boy by 3. So we should end up with 141 and 3/10. We should end up with 141 and 3/10. Okay? Hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit better about these IXLs coming up. Got this. So the next one, find the volume of the triangular pyramid. So the volume of the triangle is 1/2 base times height, and we're going to multiply that, right, times height again, or leg times width times height, however you want to put it, divided by 3, and then obviously divided by 2. Okay, this one's got a lot going on. So for the actual triangle, the base and the height is 10 and 6, and the height of the 3D shape is 8. Divide that sucker by 3, and then divide it by 2. So it's 10 times 6 times 8. Good, 480. Divide that answer by 3. Then divide that answer by 2. And what do you get? 80 inches squared. Again, this should be enough of these formulas and everything to get you to that 75 that you need to get on IXL. Okay? So looking at the next page, we just have a couple more. All right. Find the volume of the rectangular prism. I like these because they're easy. Length times width times height. Oh, it comes to a point, so I need to divide it by 3. 2 times 1 times 2 divided by 3. You should not need a calculator to do that multiplication. What is it? 4. Good. 4 divided by 3 is 4/3, or 1.3 with the line over the 3. Okay? You got this. Formula. Area of the circle. Then it's a 3D shape, so times height, all divided by trace. Trace by trace. Okay? So, pi, 3.14. Radius. Oh, it's 6 radius. No, it's not. So I need to divide it by 2 to get my radius. What is 6 divided by 2? It is 3. So this is going to be times 3 squared times my height of 6, all divided by 3. So if you multiply straight across that, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? What is 3 squared? 9. So first I need to get that that's 9. Then I can multiply straight across. So you should have gotten across if you multiplied 196 and 5600ths. Divided by 3 gives you 56 and 5200ths. Okay? And that is what you should have. Now I want you to try a couple on your own. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this.